Hi there, it's Ernest from Trip Astute. In this video, we're discussing annoying airline fees that are common in the industry and what you can do to avoid them. Every time I travel, I seem to be paying more fees for things that were previously free or less expensive. This is especially true when flying. I know that the airlines have been struggling for years, so they're looking for ways to capture more revenue. But I have to say, as a traveler and customer, it really doesn't feel like I'm getting more value for my money. So today, I'm going to review some of the fees that seem to annoy me the most. It's not a comprehensive list, but I think you'll experience these fees at some point, if you haven't already, when flying. Number 1, baggage fees. One of the most annoying fees is paying for checked-in luggage. The airlines will generally charge you a fee for domestic flights, but you're usually allowed a free check-in bag for international flights. I generally recommend avoiding the entire process by packing only carry-on luggage, but sometimes it's unavoidable. During our recent holiday trip to the UK, we had to carry a lot of presents, so we ended up checking in our bags. Though since it was an international flight, we were able to avoid the baggage fees. Also, beware of luggage weight and size restrictions. Most airlines have a soft limit of 50 pounds or 23 kilograms before charging you a fee. I recommend always leaving a little bit of spare room in your carry-on bag in case you're a bit over the limit. That way you can transfer some of your clothes to your bag at the check-in counter. Another trick is to pack a collapsible duffel bag in case you need it. If you have a bag that's barely carry-on compliant, like a medium-sized roller bag, you can usually gate check the bag for free before boarding your flight. This is a great way to check in your bag without having to pay any fees. I've used this trick a few times, especially when I'm on a full flight and I happen to be in a late boarding group. Since space is limited on the plane, I usually have my bag checked in for free, which saves me the hassle of searching for overhead bin space. Though it does mean that I usually have to go to the baggage claim when I land. If you prefer to check in your bag when flying, you may also want to consider a co-branded airline credit card. These cards often have perks like free checked-in bags, so it can save you money, especially if you fly often. Lastly, be aware that some budget airlines will even charge you for carry-on bags. I noticed this when I flew Ryanair while traveling in Europe. Number 2, fuel surcharges. This one is really tricky. Many airlines will include a fuel surcharge with the cost of a ticket, and it can sometimes add up to be nearly the same cost as a ticket fare. I usually will search multiple airlines until I find one that doesn't charge me a fuel surcharge or one that is reasonable. I've included a link to an article from Reward Expert that breaks down the different fuel charges per airline and destination. Keep in mind too that if you have points for a specific airline, you can often book award flights on partner airlines if they're part of the same alliance and avoid the fee. Number 3, internet charges. While I understand the need to charge for internet service while flying, I'm including it in the list since the prices are generally high and the service is extremely slow. I honestly don't think that it's gotten any faster since the technology was first introduced. In fact, I try not to get Wi-Fi on a plane unless I really need it, since the speeds tend to frustrate me and drain my laptop battery. If you do need Wi-Fi on a flight, check to see if you can purchase it in advance for a cheaper rate. For example, if your flight is equipped with GoGo Internet, you can purchase a variety of passes before your trip directly from GoGo for usually much cheaper than the price during the flight. Number 4, advanced boarding and check-in. Some airlines are now charging extra to give you priority boarding, or in the case of Southwest, to check you in automatically so you're in an early boarding group. To be honest, this is one fee that I usually will pay when flying Southwest because I don't want to deal with the hassle of searching for an overhead bin space. Plus, I don't want to have to struggle with checking in when I might not have good connectivity, especially when exploring the outdoors. And number 5, airline seat fees. This is probably the most offensive fee to me. In fact, I feel like it's almost a scam. Sometimes when you attempt to select your seats, you'll notice that the seat map is full, but the option to purchase a premium seat is available. However, the occupied regular seats are not actually filled. They're just being held for award and priority travelers. While I understand why the airlines do it, I did have a recent experience with American Airlines that seemed a bit sketchy. Fiona and I were traveling to the UK during the holidays, and when checking into our flight, we noticed that there were no seats next to each other. I decided to purchase premium seats so we could sit together and opted for the lower price ones. We were surprised that as soon as we made the purchase, all the locked seats became available, even the ones that were more expensive than the ones that we paid for. I was really glad that I didn't purchase the more expensive premium seats, but the whole experience did leave me feeling a bit cheated. While I hate to assume the worst, it felt like the airlines were forcing me to purchase premium seats by creating artificial scarcity. While it's not illegal, it definitely felt wrong to me. And those are my most hated and annoying airline fees. I know that there are more out there, but these are the ones that seem to affect me the most. Have you had to deal with airline fees on your trip? Do you have any tricks to avoid them? If so, please share them in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Also, sign up for our newsletter on our website for travel articles, updates, and giveaways, like our 2,000 subscriber giveaway that's happening right now. Until next time, travel safe and travel smart.